tired, stressed, anxious, busy, frazzled, worn out. Do any of these words describe you? If so, I want to talk to you today. I want to tell you something important to celebrate you and to honor you. Whether you are a mother, a grandma, a great grandma, or a caregiver to a loved one, this is for you. In this episode, I want to address a common issue I see women in nurturing and caregiving roles face and share with you a critical step we all need to take if we really want to be able to be more present and to give more to those we love around us. And even if you are a male listener, listen in too, as this will help you better understand and help the women you love around you. Let's all take a moment to pause, breathe, and reflect together. Get comfortable with a warm cup of tea and join me now. Welcome to the Plant-Based Eating Made Easy podcast. I'm your host, Anna Zinn, plant-based registered dietitian and transition coach. Hi friend, do you want to regain your health with plant-based eating but feel overwhelmed and lost about how to do it? Do you feel it'll be hard to change your meat-heavy diet and impossible with working, running the home, or chasing after the grandkids? If so, you're in the right place. Here you'll find simple strategies, clear nutrition guidance, and practical tips to help you thrive plant-powered with more energy. So if you're ready to ditch the guesswork and transform your health the stress-free way, cozy up now with a hot cup of tea or listen while you walk. And let me show you how doable plant-based eating can be. Let's do this. If you're living in the United States or Canada at the moment, you'll know that Mother's Day is coming up, just around the corner. And lately, there's something that has been weighing on my heart to share with all women, so I knew that now would be the perfect time for me to do it. This message will apply to you ladies regardless of where you are listening right now in the world, even if it is outside the United States or Canada. If you've been a mother, are a carer or nurturer in some capacity for work or in looking after a parent or loved one, this episode is for you. Let's have a heart-to-heart talk now. Lately, there's something I've been noticing more in myself and in the women I work and interact with. So today's message is not just for you, but for myself too. And it's this. As women, we often place ourselves into roles and positions in life that involve caring for others. We could be caring for our own children, teaching children in a school, loving babies in a nursery, helping patients in a hospital, serving within a church, or helping in some other ministry setting. And these nurturing and caring responsibilities don't seem to stop. They tend to carry forward even after retirement or after our own children have grown up and long left the nest. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about here. Our children get married and they start building families. Then, if you live close enough, we can get called in for grandma duty. There may be weekly babysitting shifts, coverage for holidays for your daughter and husband to go away, or you may be needed to drive a grandchild to and from an after-school activity. Sometimes, there may even be regular weekend commitments for swimming, hockey, soccer, or another sport. Either way, it feels like you are always the first emergency responder called in to help out with grandkids if there is a sudden situation. And even if there aren't any grandkids yet, you might be called on to pet sit, or your days may be filled with caregiving for an aging parent or spouse with health issues or dementia. Is this what your life and schedule currently looks like? I think by nature, we women truly want to help and care for others, and many of us have been gifted with the capacity to do so. Not just for our own families, but for others around us too, whether it might be for a neighbor, stranger, or friend in need. We take joy in doing so and find much meaning in being able to help others and serving them. But there's a key danger that can come from having all these commitments and being so busy all the time. We can become so others focused in our private and public lives that at the end of the day, there's hardly any me time left. There's no time to physically rest, recharge, or refresh ourselves so we can keep going. We're like a battery charged toy that is forced to run constantly, to stay active nonstop 24 hours a day. And there could be so much going on around us that we end up being in survival mode all the time, without much space and time to pause, stop, or truly rest. It's not surprising then to find our bodies gradually wear down. Mental clarity starts to suffer, our nerves get frazzled, and we feel exhausted and tired all the time. And since we're just trying to survive, we don't have the energy or even mental capacity to take any active steps forward to begin building better plant-powered health. But friend, if we keep going on like this, we will soon hit rock bottom. We'll end up burning out and getting burnt out. Then there will be nothing left to give to others. It's like constantly pouring out lemonade from a pitcher to fill the cups of others. We can't expect that pitcher to keep on pouring if it isn't being replenished regularly. At some point, that pitcher will run bone dry, just like how we get burnt out and worn out. There's nothing left to give. Then we end up making poorer food choices and reacting in ways we may not be as proud of later. I am definitely guilty of this. When my pitcher runs dry, I can get more impatient and harsher in my responses to my kids and husband when I don't need to be. And it tends to happen when I feel exhausted, tired, stressed, and worn out. But as mothers, grandmothers, and carers to others, we know we need to be able to continue to give to others in the roles we have been placed in the seasons of life we are in. So here's what we need to do instead. We absolutely need to stay mindful of what we need in order to stay balanced and replenished, so we can keep on giving to those around us and giving well. We need to be intentional about scheduling in downtime into the days of each week to recharge, reset, and even to mentally rest. This self-love and self-awareness is so important, and it's not selfish. When you take time out, even if it is just a 10-minute pause or break in activities, it is something positive and restoring you are doing, not just for yourself, but also for those around you. Because after that, you can show up to be a better grandma, mom, or carer. You can be more present for those around you and pour more into their lives. So it's not selfish, it's self-love. I want you to see these intentional me-time breaks as life-giving to yourself and to those you love. And here's another benefit. As you start to schedule those small me-time moments into your regular schedule, it will open up mental space and energy reserves so that you can begin to take more small plant-powered action steps forward to care for yourself and build better health. And over time, this means a stronger and healthier body that you can enjoy. This will allow you to be there more and for a longer time to care for those you love. Some time ago, I shared this with a client who was facing this exact challenge. She was trying to be a present grandma, friend, and cousin, while also serving in various church ministries. So we talked about self-love and how crucial it was for her to stay aware of her own needs for health and self-care in this busy season of life. I also shared this quote with her. written by Deanna Zhang from the Instagram account Reiki with Deanna. She wrote, "Learn to receive. At some point, you need to prioritize yourself for your own mental and physical health. Start loving and taking care of yourself like you do for others. Fill up your own cup. It's not being selfish. Don't feel guilty. It's called self-love, and it's an important lesson to learn and crucial in the healing journey." Isn't this beautifully written and expressed? I hope hearing these words truly encourages you as well. So today we looked at a common challenge many of us in carer roles face, and that's setting healthy boundaries in the roles and responsibilities we carry so that we can have some intentional downtime to rest, replenish, and recharge. Please know this. You have permission to take action, starting today, to love yourself and to take a little me time when needed, even if it is in the midst of your caregiving duties. And it's not selfish. I hope this message today brings new clarity and a renewed perspective on your life and schedule. Friend, if you're struggling right now with trying to build the best health and don't know how to thrive eating plant-based, I want to help. I want to support you so you can be the best grandma or carer you can be. Connect with me at healthnow@plantnourish.com and tell me what your current challenges are in eating plant-based or where you need most support in. Like we talked about today, it is not selfish to invest in yourself and to invest in your health. It is what will allow you and enable you to pour more into the lives of those around you, like your family and grandkids, for longer. I want to help you enjoy an active, plant-powered life with more energy and less disease, so you can enjoy more of life and the people you love. Let's connect. Thank you so much for listening. If this podcast has inspired, encouraged, or helped you in some way to transform your health, I would love to hear about it. Please take 30 seconds to rate and leave a written review on Apple Podcasts to let me know. It'll encourage me so much to hear how this podcast has positively impacted and made a difference in your journey towards wellness. And share about this podcast with a friend or loved one so we can all thrive in the best health. Remember, plant-based eating can be easy and doable. See you in the next episode, my friend.